Dearest chef, you are being summoned to my hotel as your culinary expertise is requested in our kitchen.
Welcome to Last Bite Hotel, where 8 chefs check in, but not all will check out. Host Titus Burgess summoned these culinary wizards with a mysterious Trump challenge.
And I urgently need resourceful and creative new chefs who aren't afraid of a challenge.
They each brought 13 ingredients, praying it would be enough to survive the week. The chef served up amuse-bouches for special guest Marcus.
We're delighted to have him stay at the hotel, and I think it would be an extra special treat to have you all present your welcome bites to him personally.
But Graham's venison tartare fell flat. He was sent packing to the dreaded room 13.
Once you get the key, you must go up to room 13 immediately to tie up all your loose ends before your departure.
But wait, a twist. Graham's parting gift was letting the chefs raid his ingredient stash. How thoughtful. Next up, a team challenge fit for royalty. Beef Wellington versus cassoulet. Kevin and Tobias battled it out as team captains. Knives were flying and egos were bruised, especially between Nene and Arthi.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. I'm not used to other chefs telling me what to do.
I think this needs to be thinner.
It's definitely challenging.
In the end, Kevin's team struggled to wrap their Wellington, while Tobias's team served up a duck-tastic cassoulet. But the hotel always gets the last laugh. Gabriella's duck was overdone, and her team's dish didn't impress. She was sent to join Graham in that hotel room of doom. 2 chefs down, 6 to go. Last Bite Hotel, where checking in is a whole lot easier than checking out. With Gabriella not making the cut, she made Tobias sole executor of her left-behind trunk of goodies. And Tobias divvied out those ingredients like he was Oprah reincarnated. You get a duck, you get a potato. The chefs were split into 2 teams once again, and this time, they had to impress TikTok tater queen Poppy O'Toole with a steak feast. But get this, Brittany, Nene, and Tobias didn't even have beef.
Okay. What are we making, guys? I think the steakiest thing we have.
I think your venison.
I know. I've got venison.
Definitely go classic steak
And it's
potatoes.
Poppy. We have to serve our potatoes.
They pulled a fast one with a perfectly cooked venison and a tasty potato puree. Meanwhile, Kevin, Byron, and Arthi's steak had great flavor, but their veggies had a lot going on.
The roasted vegetables, I don't know if it sits on this dish. There was a little bit of randomness to it. Some of it was crunchy, some of it was soft. This feels slightly disjointed.
Poppy rendered her judgment, and Arthi was sent packing to the dreaded room 13.
I thought Poppy really loved my side. It hurts a lot to be eliminated.
Where the only thing she'll be cooking up is her will. Titus Burgess masterfully blends quirkiness and creepiness, making for an unforgettable culinary adventure. Each chef inherits a specific ingredient from Arthi's will, setting the stage for a series of challenges. In the noodle challenge, chefs get creative, like Tobias's lobster fettuccine and Brittany's celery root noodles. Guest judge Michael Simon savors the dishes, but sends Byron and Nene to a sudden death pickled egg cook-off.
I've never had one, so this was my first time. I mean,
You want to try one?
I was, yeah.
You in for it. Have you ever used it before? It's real
Damn.
sour, huh?
Byron's sweet egg salad on flatbread was tasty, while Nene's crispy chicken wing with egg yolk dust impressed, despite minimal egg usage.
I would say this is probably a tough sell as a pickled egg dish, but that's mostly upon observation, not on eating.
Which noodle dish was his favorite? And who will win all of Arthi's remaining ingredients?
In the end, Brittany wins Arthi's trunk of ingredients, while Byron didn't meet expectations and was sent to room 13, leaving his ingredients behind. With only 4 chefs left, the pressure is on as Titus promises to dial up the heat in the kitchen. Our remaining 4 chefs battled it out with limited ingredients. Nene, the sole executor of Byron's ingredients, played favorites, giving Tobias sugar and Kevin 2 goodies while keeping the rest for herself.
So Nene has a nice trunk at this point. Nene is a very versatile chef, and having more ingredients to utilize can definitely make her a bigger threat.
The chefs cooked individual dishes for guest judges Chef Esther Choi and Chef Judy Ju. Kevin's kimchi fried rice wowed, while Tobias's lobster jollof rice was lacking, well, lobster.
I'm not getting so much of the lobster. It's a bit lost in there.
Okay.
Did you have more lobster?
We've been here for a while, so we're dwindling it down on our actual product to have.
Bringing in the heat, Nene's ginger braised chicken and Brittany's spicy Sicilian hot chicken impressed. But just as they thought it was over, the judges asked for a cooling dish to counter the heat.
My mouth is on fire. We need something to cool it down.
Okay.
Something icy, something refreshing.
Yes, of course.
Tobias whips up a lickable carrot mousse. Kevin's crudo is a sweet misfire. Nene's halibut crudo is a chili deja vu. And Brittany's porcello tonnato steals the show. In the end, Nene's versatility won the round, and Tobias's vanishing lobster and incomplete cooling dish sent him packing to room 13. Now the question remains, who will inherit Tobias's leftover ingredients?
I'm so happy that it's us three that made it to the end. We did it, y'all.
Last Bite Hotel, where the heat is on and the potatoes are gone? 3 chefs remain, and they're about to face their toughest challenge yet, satisfying a hungry VIP guest who needs a midnight snack with fries.
I just received a call from a guest checking in later tonight. They want a midnight snack, which must include a side of fries.
Oh my God. They want a side of French fries. And I don't have any potatoes, and so...
With lack of potatoes, our remaining chefs must get creative. Nene turns eggplant into fries. Kevin serving up kimchi fish and turnip chips. And Brittany, she's making currywurst with her lone potato.
Oh, hello. Welcome. We were expecting your late arrival.
Good evening. Thank you for taking me so late.
I've already alerted the kitchen staff of your request for the midnight snack with a side of fries.
Andrew Zimmern arrives as the VIP guest. After tasting all 3 dishes, he crowns Nene the winner, adding another victory to her already impressive resume. Just when they thought they could relax, Tobias's will forces the chefs to divvy up his ingredients.
For my last will and testament, the remaining chefs must decide amongst themselves who receives what from my ingredients. You have 2 minutes to divide the ingredients up yourselves. If you can't agree unanimously within 2 minutes, you get nothing.
Chef fight anyone? The breakfast challenge that follows sees everything from congee to smoked bass to kimchi. Apparently, Kevin never met a kimchi he didn't like.
3 incredibly different dishes and just superbly successful. Very nicely done, all of you. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In a twist that would make M. Night Shyamalan proud, nobody gets sent to the dreaded Room 13 because Andrew loved all the dishes, which means no inheritance. It's like a game of musical chairs where everyone wins, except the viewers, who were hoping for some drama. Three chefs faced off in front of a powerhouse panel of Iron Chefs, serving up first courses that would determine their fate. Nene went full Vietnamese-Mexican fusion with a halibut aguachile that had Chef Kat Cora ready to do sauce shots.
I loved your dish, and I could just drink the sauce.
Brittany's smoked ribeye tartare got roasted harder than her meat when Chef Alex questioned her decision to save a quarter onion. Meanwhile, Kevin, the ingredient-starved chef who'd been hoarding scraps like a culinary squirrel, presented a busy snapper tartare that Chef Alex called a punch in the nose.
This is a punch in the nose in the best way. It's bitter, it's spicy, tingly. I think you displayed the most technique with the fewest resources of anybody here.
In a shocking twist, Kevin, who'd been playing ingredient Tetris all competition, got the boot. But not before leaving a hilariously petty will that gave his precious vinegar to Nene instead of a vinegar-desperate Brittany. With Kevin out, Nene and Brittany went head-to-head in a 75-minute finale frenzy. Brittany finally used that infamous quarter onion in her stuffed cabbage rolls while nearly losing her last egg to gravity. Meanwhile, Nene got fancy with a Japanese chawanmushi, thanks to Kevin's parsley inheritance, and set her bamboo steamer on fire. Because why not add some drama? For the final course, Brittany went with striped bass.
I might have put the fish actually flesh side up and really spread that anchovy and raw garlic right on the flesh. Because when it sits on top of this beautifully crispy skin, it doesn't go where I want it.
While Nene honored her roots with Hainanese chicken.
You're cooking from your heart.
For sure.
This is, culturally representing who you are. So I certainly appreciate the amount of work that went into delivering this dish.
In the end,
Chefs, have you made a decision?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Would you please sign my guest book by writing the name of the winning chef?
Nene's Asian fusion journey won over the judges, earning her the $25,000 prize. Looks like she got the last bite of victory, while Titus Burgess could finally check out of his hosting duties at the world's weirdest hotel.